So, hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, let's just move it over here. So, today we are doing my first part 1 of my wrap-up for August. So, in August I have read so many books that I have decided I need to split it in two. If not, these parts will be way too long. I have like 14-15 books to talk about just now. So, just because I have read so much, I need my phone to refresh on some of those because some of them weren't the best. So let's just start. I'm going to have my journal here as well. So let's just start. The first one is Revenger. And basically, this is about space pirates. And we are following this crew, and we are also following these two sisters. And basically, they leave their planet to become a part of this team, this crew. But basically, this crew has enemies, and a lot of things happen. I gave these 3 stars. So, this book, I felt like the first half of this book was pretty boring. But then the second half was interesting, just because, like, at the halfway point, I was really annoyed at things that was happening, and I was wondering how that was going to resolve. And basically, things happened in the last half. It was interesting, but it wasn't interesting enough for me to give it more than 3 stars. Overall, really enjoyed it. And then I read Stolen, and this is about Jama, and she is 16 and she's kidnapped from an airport, and she is taken to the Australian outback by this man, young man, and basically he has been stalking her for years. So this one kind of you kind of see how Stockholm syndrome can be, because she's there for quite a while, and yeah, it's really crazy kind of how that works. And on the other hand, you really feel sorry for this guy because you get to know kind of what happened and you feel sorry for him. But of course, let's just say that you do know that this is wrong. I gave this 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this book, and it's just fascinating. I just feel like it's really fascinating. What I do like is that even though he kidnaps her and kind of forces her to live in the middle of nowhere, she don't pressure her into doing anything. And I just feel like there are a lot of books with a captor that basically is she's pushed to do things that she don't want to do. And especially since this girl is so young, I just like that. And he is also young, he don't pressure her into anything. So yeah. And then I read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and this is about Vanessa. And basically, Vanessa, she is kind of the assistant housekeeper for a like top defensive in football. And basically she decides that she's going to quit just because she don't want to do this anymore. But then the top defensive called Aiden, he shows up at her door wanting her to come back, and basically he's asking for the unthinkable after so many years of never wishing her like a happy birthday or good morning or anything. So yeah, this is a reread, 5 stars. I love this book so much. I think it's my favorite book, like of all time. This is my favorite book. I love this. I could read it so many times, and I love Mariana Zapata books just because you get this slow burn, but you have this like little coin that you see that they both like each other, but they're not saying anything, and you just want to chuck the book like over into the wall, but then again you want to see how it ends. So yeah, I just loved this so much. Then I read People We Meet on Vacation, and on this one we are following Poppy and Alex, and basically once a year they have been going on a vacation, but then something happened and they are kind of split apart. And basically Poppy decides that she wants to have one last vacation together to kind of maybe fix their relationship and that they had. So yeah, I gave this 4 stars. I really loved it. It was just little that was missing. It was super adorable. I loved those two together, and it was just really good overall, and I just didn't want to stop. And then I read The Demon King, and in this one we are following I think it's like 2 different perspectives. We are following Han, and basically they confront 3 young wizards that is setting fire to a secret mountain. And basically Han takes an amulet from this wizard, and basically it is a amulet from like an evil history. It belonged to the Demon King. Then we are also following Mariana, Raisa, I don't know what to call her, and basically she is the princess, and she's just back after being hunting, riding, and everything, and basically she wants to be like a warrior princess, but her mother, she has other plans, and yeah. I gave these 4 stars. I wasn't so sure what I felt in the beginning, but the further I got into the book, the more interested I became in this book, and it was overall really good. And then I read Inked in Lies, and this is the fifth book in the Fallen Man series. And in this one we are following Lila and Nova. And if you have read the other books, you already know these 2 people. This is an age gap, I don't know, really. It is an MC, love it, 5 stars, I'm obsessed. And in this one you get both perspectives, you get both from Lila and Nova, and wow, I loved it. And yeah. And then I read The State of Grace, And in this one we are following Grace. She has Asperger's. I have to check. Asperger's. She has Asperger's, and basically she kisses this guy called Gabe, and then after that, everything just goes wrong, and she must fix this on her own. I gave this 4 stars. It is a reread. I gave it 5 stars the first time, but now I'm going to give it 4 stars. Overall, I enjoy this. I cannot say anything about representation. So, yeah, but overall, I enjoyed this book. And then I read Beach Read. And basically in this one we are following January and Augustus. And basically Augustus, he writes literary fiction, and January, she writes a romance. But what happens is that January, she has writer's block. She found out that basically the couple that she saw up to was her mom and dad. However, she figured out when her father died that he had been cheating on the mom, and basically she don't know like how she's going to write romance anymore when she don't believe in happily ever afters. I gave this 4 stars. Really enjoyed it. I love to read about writers with writer's block, just because I can relate to that. I can really relate to the writer's block. Then I read The Best Thing by Mariana Zapata, another Mariana Zapata book. And in this one we are following Lenny. And basically, she is basically done. She don't want to think about him, don't want to worry about him, and basically she's done reaching out to this guy who clearly doesn't want to be found. However, then this guy, Jonah, he comes back, and he clearly hasn't gotten that memo. So, this was good. It wasn't my favorite Mariana Zapata book, but I still give it 5 stars. I can relate to some of the main character in this. She basically was ghosted. I have been ghosted, and I understand how she's in the beginning. She's angry, annoyed, but she still has some feelings left. And I do get that. So, the next one I read was Siri, Who Am I? This is about this girl. She is submitted to the hospital, and basically she don't remember a thing, and she uses the app Siri on her phone to figure out her life. Her name is Mia, and she figures out that she is together with this rich dude, but then she gets help from this guy that is house sitting, and now she's wondering what happened that night that she fell and lost all her memories. So, I give it 2 stars. I just felt like this was so unrealistic. Now, I don't know how it is in the States, but in Norway you would never be almost like thrown out. You would never be the hospital would never let anyone who don't remember anything out of the hospital that they don't know the name of. I mean, they wouldn't let her out of the hospital. And they said that you should get back to your routines. And then it's like, well, she don't have any memory, so how is she going to get back to her routine when she doesn't even know where she lives? kind of hated the main character also. She made too many stupid decisions, and yeah. The next one I read was Furia. And this is about this girl called Camilla. And basically, she lives a double life. At home, she's the careful daughter and living within her mother's narrow expectations. And her brother is a rising soccer star. But basically, she plays football, like soccer as well, and she's really good. Her parents don't know about her passion, and then basically this guy she liked comes back, Diego. He's also a soccer star, and basically she has to make a lot of decisions. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed this, and yeah, it was really good. Then I read The Sun and Her Flowers. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say about poetry books because I just feel like they are a lot of same. Like, it says it's dived into 5 chapters. It says it's a journey of wilting, falling, rooting, rising, and blooming. So honoring each other like your roots and things like that. I give it 3 stars. I liked it. Wasn't my favorite, but yeah, I'm going to keep on reading poetry. Some hits, some misses, some are like in the middle of the road. Then I read The Underground Railroad, and in this one we are following Cora, and basically she is working in this plantation, and she meets this man, and they decide that they are going to run away, and basically it is this underground railroad, like a literary underground railroad that is actually real, So they like leave, but they are still being, wanted because they ran away. I gave this 4 stars. It was really interesting. I can't wait to actually see the adaptation of this. It is on my to watch list. I can't wait. It was really good, and I can't wait to get to that. The last book I'm going to talk about for this time is Foolish Hearts. In this one, we are following Claudia, and she basically accidentally eavesdrops on an epic breakup, and basically she's in hot water with one of them called Iris, and they are thrown together at a class project, and then she meets this cute boy. So yeah, I don't know what else I'm going to say about this book. Really enjoyed it. I really loved to see how the friendship between Claudia and Iris grew throughout the book. They start out as not being friends at all, and then end up being really good friends. And then Claudia also has this other really good friend, and I love that even though they fought, they still became friends afterwards. I gave this 4 stars. Really liked it, and it's definitely. I want to read more from Emma Mills. See if there is other things that I like. But yeah, that was all the books I'm going to talk about for part 1, and then part 2 will be out in a few days. like that is the next upload. So this is going up on Thursday, next one will be going up on Saturday. So then I will be talking about the next, like, I don't know how many books. So we can finish this. I have finished so many books this month, and I am really proud of myself that I have been able to read this much. However, like, there was so few of them that were on my TBR, but that was because I was doing Bookish Jeopardy, and basically none of the things that I got fit with a lot of my TBRs. So, but if you want to see like more details, what pieces was picked out from this, you should check out my vlogs. They go up every Tuesday, and yeah, you know, some of them are not like super, like, some of them are not the best, but then again, I try to at least give some brief thoughts about everything. So, but that was it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.